Diabanio, Nipara, ho, papa. Biggie.
Who?
Open ye bibia, say ye, dear.
And said I never bokosa, but let us say I deem you I am faster than my uncle. Yes, I never me. Yeah, that's one quan, yet yes. I who?
Yeah, the Asadana Manyankopon, yeah. Na, ye baba share the yen ye, and the onion ye, and Tessa.
Sure.
And Ghana, shot on target 0. Colombia 8. Shot on target 2. Colombia about 61% of ball possession. Ghana about 39. Around some woo. When you say Colombia about 20 shots, 8 of them was on target. Yeah. About 8, 0. And then they on target. You have the game in Hong Kong for you lose by a goal to 0. Na big ye, where one of those games are one shebia. Now but to score line now because a narrow result be.
Yeah.
As if say you try na bia we're just unlucky. Maybe I say 1-0 the son be you.
Oh yeah. I know I
Big is a make us say a 1-0. Now was some come bro ye say ye bibria. Me a writer na.
Of course. Oh, you're right. They should have scored more, but Colombians na Kasano Kwaku, I don't know. They weren't that clinical. Aside that, Memphis credit Mima Lawrence
Ati Ziggy, you better individual players and Hong Kong and then line up the Bayana at Ziggy, Eddie, a woman of Fuja, and then so he saves, right? Good ones,
yeah.
Good ones.
Yeah. Some very good saves.
You better individual players and Hong Kong, Ghana Foncho Madrid, a very, very bad result. Because you say, Big Colombia and Kenya, Switzerland. Oh.
And that would have been a fair deal. Very, very fair.
Brother Asante, why you coaching a day? Ah, man, in Boboni Biono. Mentiase, more questions be brave or ye team no I am a person me bisa because Brother Asante, what is wrong? And then wa warm me up sa ade.
Kwaku Brandon Thomas Asante, honestly speaking, whoever didn't know him, Ayubia, Mekasebia, follow championship, and I say English football. Probably you might not know more or much about the young man. But so we know, Inferno and Tonchain. Your bad World Cup. Your first game against Panama. Abranchen had the opportunity in the second half. And now we know. Opportunity to know second half, the ball no a boy against Panama. Never saw any. He was one of the players who contributed me a goal. And I see the 3 maximum against Panama. In fact, he did very, very well in that game. If you know, in Penny Force, I'm for a challenge to us all. But I'm full idea, coach na my own to us. Because looking at how he played our Panama game, now me to say in the subsequent games, the Kobasa number 9 in Bono Obre. Now you will be Mamma Baba Bobia, the Branty and a chair. Nessa saw no bem or Bobby.
Yeah.
A toddler ebia coaching the Duke of Lampo Beba. A baby to swore Manam who says, I think abandoned Thomas Asante. And so Bano Babebo.
Yeah.
Then a Bemo Bianya Duke of Lamuji. The friendly matches we played against Japan, against Korea, against Germany, especially. Bono Baba Boy, and on a man Nipanya HD. Say, as some CD, what capia ye Babe quiz or a cascod no home ye qua and you'll be young. It is the only year in those friendlies. And don't announce so many opportunity joining the World Cup squad. Brandon Thomas Asante at the World Cup, the first game, Bona or boy, you know. Let's suffer so more minutes because he proved in the game against Panama to give him more opportunity. He can perform better for the Black Stars. But if you hold money, but you who are branding,
Why?
I had things so benya even a single minute.
And no such saying, I then a coach in a church.
I don't know.
Because of Brandon, what national team, no, you're chain Prince, Educabana.
Watch it. Brandon actually. And until I make the first game at the World Cup, Yane Panama, born our boy. Watch it.
Why are 5 substitutions? Game, ye da from Anna Yepe Goati. Yes, substitutions, you know,
Question, baby, I'm saying also a question.
Ashim you, okay, Miss, maybe come a question.
Oh, you see a ding come on.
Game a year be pong, ye da from 1-0. Miss Susu say, the last 15 minutes, dear, I was a Ghana, yen ye soja, edisi Colombia for no so. Sa time no, ye see ni bre, ye tekano. Sa time no na say ya bro. Se born na ye born na nyo afi de Colombia fu ni di ho agro ye gi born no a ye ntimi mpase miensampo ne ya bobo na de ache wo mo no de born na ba ne age ana so mo bo short na sisigi aye safe ne ya sa bobo na de ama wo mo ntedruma bi na Colombia supporters no mo boy abate Ghana ha kra na first
abate
we pass we funo
yeah.
No all the diagro
yeah.
Tom pass no match so hey na ye ni nemu sa but sometimes na ye 5 substitutions e was say kan Kenya bi ba nti adan na ye substitutions na ebe good team no kra
Kwagu team bia wo ni engine room. Most of the teams it is the midfield. Meboa. Into the English national team. There is one player, Declan Rice, when he gets his packs right. Now, o detective pace in the year, or your control, say your passes, any BBA year. The English team thrives because of his performance from it. Black Stars in Fin Honomono. Him who play a enemy. But in the absence of Thomas Partey, without Thomas Partey, the other midfielders are just almost capable. Almost some fatas, almost Ghana.
Ziboni Elisha
Ziboni Elisha Owusu.
okay Caleb Sway
Caleb is a young man. And the talking about him, I thought I have to I was say exercise a bit of patience. Or you're young or you're inexperienced. Caleb ABA baby Mpanko start. Bijitum said there are a lot of young players today in the game, almost commanding positions. Caleb is a good player. But after the game we played against Panama, have we seen that same performance from Caleb?
And na grand go no mo say you know. Alidu ambon homodin. Name Caleb failed to track the runner. Alidu when the conversation we'll have about him because oba we pa. But the goal nanka sankasa ye say you know. Me who so. B me questions you know. Obet me questions be 100 bis. Well, questions be 100 ebisa because be some so be some say what I can say your defense no has been solid.
Yeah.
And then your defense and spaces no when them your maybe some say eh die and a mass I didn't you know before you come to the game itself my questions be well they maybe say 5 because na your defense na park of phone name Ghana your defense watertight defense no yeah we name hand we name name patch me
Now my point in the say team will be our baby or thrive from. In now the English national team example say I'm a midfielder no Declan Rice when he gets a good day English team they thrive or no the engine of the English national team. Black Stars at the no your midfielder no Nipa is seen so Nipa with him midfield ne thrive a Thomas Partey.
true
Yes. Thomas Partey had a very good game. But so share so the last 10-15 minutes on money kono. Not Thomas Partey abre.
Todo
Due to a Jumana party, how he had worked. You start the game no. Not Thomas Partey city deep. Not Zibo aye box to box. Zibo be corner him no abakaka. Coach no realize say Zibo corner anymore. Sorry to say. And pay me na the pass ni nyanse nim. Eti coach ni hu sa ade no. And o decide say Debbie obema Zibo mo maba che na Thomas Partey da say yirenchi. Ebe corner ni ma ba no aye box to box because Partey distribution, whenever Partey got closer to the 80-yard area of the opponent, na Thomas Stay Partey who. It's a free Partey na ekonanim na wabanechi. It's game ni progress na Thomas Stay Partey energy levels na eba form. You know Partey is aging. Partey is the Partey na inim ni years back no. It's Partey ba bre wo mfimfi honom no. Se ball da Partey na no a, the job is done. But Partey ball na no a, the midfield was broken because the other players didn't have that knowledge Thomas Stay Partey had. The IQ Partey used in playing the midfield. Caleb Yirinchi, Zibo. Any Elisha Owusu later or Belmono. Sabio Manusi Sumna, so no money Thomas Stay Partey Yansenibi. I had the Bobon into where your Bobon the Kwani Muna referee this 6 minutes at 2 game in a song. Ya boss 6 minutes and I'm an asso. Black Stars in your Bobako. I was center circle area honum. Elisha Owusu J Bona or Dan and Hono Boko actually. Obi a referee additional time at boss. I deka ye be pekate. At that time, kwaku bo bia obenya bia so untimi mfanya kwa de boko 18 yard area of the opponent. E bia na akwa akoto ho na apede na BBS. Elisha Owusu nya abotre jebo no ehwe nyame anim dane ne ho na obo back pass de kwachiri. Say yen konko restart. When time asom. Edi Thomas Stay Partey bre ye na Partey energy levels ne kofom. Na ontimi nya adwuma no te say the time I start game na all year adwuma no na midfield na breaki and the other players couldn't stand to the test to say Thomas Stay Partey, and that is how come in the last 10-15 minutes no na Colombia for the ball ne tatai they said you ye mum ne yahye and omunu Colombia for ne ba be pekate.
It was pathetic say ye pekate na fei omu na omu grow ye ho sa.
Yes.
Listen to Asamoah Gyan, legend Asamoah Gyan. Today's performance was below average. No sense of urgency. Ghana did not have the men in the box. Colombia were ahead, but they kept on fighting to even score more. To summarize everything, Colombia deserved to win. This is our legend. Your cano. What any arguing?
100%. They were better than us. They showed grit. They showed seriousness. They were determined. So Mubenya will no normal qualify to the next stage of the competition.
As much as say, even when Colombia were ahead, they kept on fighting.
Of course. And no one come on and make us say the last 10-15 minutes. Yen that for minutes say pressure Colombia for no near copper no. Omona na ebobo no say the yen na yahye and omumu ba be pekanate. It's a 7 hours Asamoah Gyan eka. Look through do and a baby jet eka.
Me ba mama bisa o me next question na.
Bisa about defense no.
Remember how 4 games yes Ghana ya bo against American for no omna de bia a year from Brazil kai 2006 Uruguay 2010 Uruguay so last minutes last World Cup boy you know what happened
2020
na say show mo nanke qualify from the group anyi and Colombia so asati akoma na say South America for no yentimi yo mo bako kra but say round of 16 no ahyehe Paraguay and France ebebo Canada and Morocco ebebo Spain and Portugal ebebo USA and Belgium ebebo Brazil and Norway and ebebo Mexico and England Argentina versus Egypt Switzerland versus Colombia. Africa yeah the 10 teams and ekoye aka mienu aka Morocco aka Egypt Algeria South Africa DR Congo Cote d'Ivoire Senegal Cape Verde Ghana ye out so 8 teams out 2 and aka Biggie me say Ghana ye defense no then ye and now what say maybe about Ajita na
Koku mama share from Ajite there no mente hwe about Ajite
okay
there be the bibia to Ajite BBSC e wo ye chi ho no ma before God and man I haven't said anything about it na ade ba ko ne say Me who line up na Lakasen Nebono. To be honest, I was surprised. I wasn't surprised because Lakasen is a bad player. Debbie. And then Nemum. Last game I boy you good face. Lakasen the boy. Croatia. He got a goal. About Homoding, one year can put the most important thing in the game for the Black Stars to score a goal, a centre back. Only Nyas are go in the Maya. So that alone is a plus. But the entire me one. Semi who say Ujina game no started the Black Stars then say. They be there are certain positions in football like the cohesion, understanding, and the partnership any the ball. These three things: cohesion, understanding, and then partnership. Cup any of these positions. I was saying munya mo honte ase. I just say mu kwan obi afa so bo. Na mu kwan amofa so cover ni nia. It's obobo positions are. Now obobo these positions are. Center back in count. Midfield count. Attack no. The friend 9 and 10 and also count. Over Manchester United, they may be a chum. Ferdinand and Nevedich. Baba began to say, until any time both of them were available. Only Manchester United defense and he is solid. A bad thing so be beating me a break it through. Young coach Chelsea. Near John Terry and William Carvalho. Mobile boy for me, our partnership no actually one more. We are no one way. Almost 2 months, almost Jinema. We are rest assured, say, bad things so be break it our defense. Young call Real Madrid near Sergio Ramos and Pepe. It is because of this same understanding, any cohesion. Omo bonya as anti-asiano. For me, good partnership. I was actually one. Black Stars in this tournament, before the tournament. Now your boy center backs are OGD or Mumu. No more for me, good partnership. I got any biomu jinema obenya truster. Then yes, I'm anti we mubia. Na yes, Salisu, Alexander Jiku. Omona near what I did in Womu. Oma maybe. You real tournament anymore. The first match, Ajete, Jerome Opoku. Hey, don't move it to me about there. Okay, young Connie and Corey. They gave a splendid performance. Second game, the same thing. Third game, and a changes by Lakasen Bechem. But third game, Ghana had already qualified. Until there are certain players are coaching more opportunity or tournament anymore. I mean, any problem. The boss our game in every way. The next game, let me say. The trusted center back partnership and as a pair. How about for me Santiasiano between them? Omona coach the Mamo Mabo. Omoni Wire. I get any Jerome Poku. But I buy and I get to bench. Jerome Poku Jerem. But this time I want Lakasen and an airball. Poku, so be summer. Some Black Stars at you, there are not too much space to warm. Like I said, these people, they lacked understanding between them.
Okay.
Lakasen individually, today he had a good game. Jerome Opoku individually na bad, but because this is the second game they are playing together. Yeah. No one formed that solid partnership between them. Any understanding any question between them, how to read the game for themselves and then to cover up for their teammates. Na a problem. Into Debia, that space is the aside that, you're right back in this tournament. Marvin Senaya. Yeah. Senaya also be prior at the start of the game. Ali Dusedu Ababa Beshaw. Ali Dusedu, so this is the first time on this back line we able.
The Senaya was super poor.
Yes.
All free game in
yes. It's the first time on only back line we able. On also Sunyante back line nase. Back line is who said the Ali Dusedu so born a ball. So it is going to take time for them to understand each other. But may you really fit away in your group phase. Into your mistake. The mistake near one a year costlier before you are going to correct it in the next 4 years. Because 4 years time I'll be saying about World Cup.
And then I lead you Obera came in Mona or Bressa.
Baku, I need to say do one season here a greater part of the season no you're injured. And non concordant change throughout the season. The player, I dear consistency a player being here. To put up the best of performances, Stanley to say in Cheddar Nibi. No, what tono, or Baby Rat tournament in Yaba. Obera tournament in the tournament in Ankasawa Bobiana, Debbie Omobi. Every game we've played, I am Marvin Senaya. The last time I substituted said I am on a free game, ni mama di pa for fraba. E your pump plan the baby shame. Enya Alidu Seidu. And they are starting game na yebo. Alidu Seidu wasn't prepared. Because he wasn't prepared. Na onim se na ya bepra. Me jitum se once I want bench dey say oh you ready say time bia obetimi abobi. But what should coach na? Oya line up ni bia. Positions or substitutions na ya na sa position in tanka ho.
No correct.
And throughout the tournament, I had one game, and I'm a guy so yes substitution. England the no, and we use an air frame, and all the upon prior day about the show. It's a little say to bencher. When you show us an dream, and it's a game many moments from now. Aside that, because I'm not on your prepared into the one year enough warm up. Now your force change. Send your force change, and a plan substitution a coach and a babaya. Obama Alidu say do sorry no why you warm up on them.
Yeah.
No one woman work very well. No baba be game anymore. Into a bad game anymore because he had a good warm up. The tempo of the game already made me a funnel. But in this case, on your warm up, on your she, or sorry, you know injury. But I was so comical.
Also, me up nothing or less in the boot.
Yes, Zuba to neighbor could be no baba be Jina Park and so on. Into share. Alidu Seidu at the start was very poor, but game need progress or woman went into the game and later on the performance near bad. But time of Bell for now, he was one of the worst performers for the Black Stars. No the ball nature, a fawa near Quacheno, not on team cover spaces, born a banner be seen a cheat. Sa position corner and a Luis Suarez here across the Bessia, John Arias ball born a share. Because at that time, now Alidu said young woman who into the game. At time of woman who into the game, latter stages of the second half, the performance wasn't bad. It's cool say oh center back and asem, oh defense and asem. Said they need a leaky in goals are. The partnership at the center back position. And your partnership are my bo. And I say you nim. Alidu said you join the back line. And ya dear back one to you nim. And then no, a problem back a high defensive line. Aside that, Black Stars didn't play the usual defensive game we saw them play, especially against England.
Asamoah Gyan Asamoah working BCC.
Yes.
Asamoah Gyan. Him say you work on a perfect na Asamoah Gyan.
Yeah.
Or say, in my view, we should have kept playing the way we played against England.
You see,
it's worked for us. If we keep changing tactics during tournaments, there is a problem.
Of course.
You can Asamoah Gyan say, "Sa England game tactics." Now we say it was.
Yes. Croatia there no. Coach ni BM kaka. And me am tell Hana me okay because it was a game and I qualify. And this a coach ni game you the test system. Coach ni game be or the test tactics. It is a game we've already qualified no the be say there no. It me feel say na game ni coach ni try ni ma ba ko me rubi. So game against Croatia anymore. But sa ni ma ba ko me na I try no. Enya dia now I try and I work it to perfection because try against Croatia we lost. Entienne na me susu say as the same coach about the usual defensive game I will say against Panama, against England. And to work within this week, you didn't come over me catch I was say you defending against England no, we have to double it. You didn't come over me catch us said you defending against England, we have to double it. Now you making sure say you be my lateral so because a honum na James Rodriguez da, a honum na John Arias nam, a honum na Luis Diaz nam, into crosses ni be flow in. It is a say ya drink, ye ni, ye soon so many a cranny bibia, ye go 2 in the 3 ho. But today, we didn't defend like we defended against England. Until we are no back kaya ye didn't come on. The catcher was only play mind games be on us. Na mean to say the coach no. I never expected that.
Ampa.
Because of now our Bonama results. Stick to that. If we are defended very well, like we defended against England, there is no way to move to me saying.
Carlos Queiroz say the quality of our passes were not good as we expected. We made a lot of mistakes and conceded counter-attacks.
Passes no Kesiana is Zibo ni and can kind Zibo. No cray back up. your midfield in there in the absence of Thomas Partey. We don't have other materials there. I bet me abo. At the time I able game na nam finfini nkoyi no. Na zibo hono mne nkoyi no. Na me catch say abi mo say. Coach ni say wo de woni mi hwe kura mpo a at that time because Zibo ade hwe. Zibo mfa hwe nka ho. E wo mfinfini hono. The only advantage Zibo, the only weapon awo aye the energy levels or tackle no ajiball no. Or jibbo ni hwia. How to do the distribution na your problem. It is a Zibo bebo sa plus 1 minus 2 na. Pakala Virenchi, Thomas Partey, ebo as the double pivot. Never you kwesi Zibo free. Never Semenyo beto the number 10 position. Never another winger bra. Because we have a lot of wingers on the bench. Onya ne sa so Augustine Boache wo bench ho. Oh, Fanebra no mebo number 10 name fama because if you want to open up and play, you are going to need players who are creative. No more to me about incisive passes anymore.
Man 1 minute.
Not even a single minute. Hey. Christopher Babonsu. Oh, not even a single minute. And these players, Kwaku, in their respective clubs, ball of a boy in the just ended season. No, a ball I was throw. But for whatever reason, best known to the coach, who decided say on my 90 minutes. It is a coach and say your passes not and yet your distribution not and ya. The problem was from the midfield. With the exception of Thomas Partey. And other players in your good passes of the ball.
Exactly. Patach a level no compared to the rest of the guys who midfield. They said they are all canoa. I mean, we're that bad. We're that bad. Hey!
Jordan, are you? Prince Adu Kwabena.
Jordan, my order.
Say,
hey, so much Jordan say record na work so one more shot.
I said that's one more shot.
We had tournaments without shot. Almost chichi no papa.
One more shot. Not even a single shot on target.
Oh man, that is bad, eh?
Not even one. One single shot on target.
That is bad.
And not even a single shot. And yet on target in Kwambo. Would you mobi ba kumpunan kem fancheng? Jordan, are you and Timmy and Bobby?
Enjoy it.
And then Inaki Williams at a point it was okay. At a point not and yet Abdel Fattah is a Kuba game anymore. He came with a lot of energy levels. But you should know that defender now who facing Lumoikano is not a weak defender.
Much ado about nothing.
It is a born fan on a family Kakofa. On Prima won't go for Mujika. He's an experienced left back, a very good one for that matter. Onimborn ball. Obia washa Spanish La Liga. And the only thing he had wanted to do, and let's say me person me born fan Honame Kokofa.
It's substitution.
There is substitution. Prince Adu Kwabena the wabam. The do bum the sour to say Jordan Pepe. Koku Jen Adu Kwabena the Beka game in home.
There's substitutions. Why they did?
He was like Jordan, are you? I think Nyama was better today. Okunyama was better today. The carry is then bad the dribbles. And then the passes back could be a little bit was okay.
They are coming hold.
Yeah, easy boy film near Elisha Usuaba. Elisha Usubaya. Just say you made that changes in there. You can't typical like for like change and you know. You're the pass in your code, you're the pass in Yaba. You want to me attack a code, you want to me attack Yaba. These were the kind of substitutions. Hey, oh, Black Stars team anymore. Okuma member Lawrence at Tizigiabaso. He did well. Go now, Lawrence at Tizigi consider you can't blame the goalkeeper.
Central for Bisa coach inside the Mama Brendan Asante Amboboni because he played when it was necessary to play. In some show, I'm going to say, we know about 2 Jadi Amani coach of Puchas.
So it wasn't necessary today for Brendan Thomas Asante to play. So it was necessary for Prince Adu Kwabena to play. Omo udimi omo so omo necessary sen komo bon no. And just sen komo justify why it was necessary for them to play. But omo so buy the ball be no omo boy. So you coach now your substitution. Na say ko yi a ye be ball abaso. But an ko yi a ye be criticize o. It's once our substitution now ko yi no. As I say ujitum say you goofed, you made a mistake. But coaches like this looking at more experience. Any level of my coach, I could do no. A bad thing so by just hardly enough to. But then, coach, and let you down. aside the substitution, or yeah, the substitution, some of them even took too late. Seriously speaking, it took too late for it to be done. And a problem. A problem, Kwaku.
And coach Nama Musa Ghana for Janapa.
Gideon Mensah has also played very well in this tournament.
We'll have a conversation about players that Mui Presso. I think your subsequent videos. I mean, there are lots of positives we need to talk about and a negative.
Oh yeah.
You know, moving forward, some of the players do not deserve to be part of the national. If we are serious, you understand. Your next video is coming up. Thank you very much. Bye bye.